You may say that, yeah, from traditional deployment, we moved to virtualized because of benefits of saving money and saving resources, time. And then we have moved to container deployment where it brings a lot of ease to our deployments, and it saves a lot of risk, money, and time. But for that, we have Docker, right? Then why do you need a Kubernetes? So why do we need a Kubernetes? What are the benefits that you get from the Kubernetes? And you have Docker Compose, Docker Swarm, a lot of tools you have. In that case, why do you want to use Kubernetes? Is it that you just want to learn one more tool? No, not at all. That's the reason I'm going to tell you the benefits that we get out of using Kubernetes. Benefits of using Kubernetes. So let's look into the first benefit, that is Kubernetes agile application creation and deployment. So increased ease and efficiency of container image creation compared to the virtual machine image use, and continuous development, integration, and deployment provides more reliable and frequent container image build and deployment with quick and efficient rollbacks due to image immutability. Dev and ops separation of concerns. That's the third benefit. So, what is dev and ops separation of concerns? It creates application container images at build or release time rather than deployment time, thereby decoupling applications from infrastructure. And fourth, observability. Not only surfaces OS level information and metrics, but also application health and other signals also will be surfaced by Kubernetes. That's the very helpful tool or helpful feature of Kubernetes. Then fifth one, environmental consistency across development, testing, and production. So it runs the same on a laptop as it does in the cloud. So that consistency I'm talking about, irrespective of whether you're doing on cloud or laptop or by a mainframe or on premises, it doesn't matter. The consistency will be maintained. Sixth, application centric management. The sixth one is application centric management. It raises the level of abstraction from running an OS on virtual hardware to running an application on an OS using logical resources. And seventh benefit is cloud and OS distribution probability. So it runs on Ubuntu RHEL, that's a Red Hat Enterprise Linux Core OS on premises on major public clouds and anywhere else. Literally anywhere, anytime it runs, irrespective of what type of distribution it is. Ubuntu, RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, Core OS, and on-premise public clouds, private cloud, anywhere it works. Then it loosely coupled, distributed, elastic, liberated microservices. Applications are broken into smaller, independent pieces and can be deployed and managed dynamically, not a monolithic stack running on one big single purpose machine. So we have seen what is a microservice in our previous part of sixth module, that is Docker. In that we have seen the what is microservice, what is monolithic, and in addition to that we have deployed an emart app which is microservice based. Then the ninth benefit is resource isolation. Resource isolation, a predictable application performance. So, and we have one more, that's a resource utilization, a high efficiency and high density. Then the next question that arrives and pops up in your mind would be why you need Kubernetes. Okay, that's okay. There's a lot of benefits, but why do we require that? Why you need a Kubernetes and what it can do for us? What it can do for us. So containers are a very good way to bundle and run your applications. In a production environment, you need to manage the containers that run the applications and ensure that there is no downtime. This is very, very important in production, specifically in production. No downtime. There is no space for downtime. For example, if a container goes down, another container needs to start at any cost. Wouldn't it be easier if this behavior was handled by a system? Of course. So that's how Kubernetes comes to the rescue. That's how the Kubernetes comes to the handy. That Kubernetes provides you with a framework to run distributed systems resiliently. Resiliently, it takes care of scaling and failover for your application, provides deployment patterns, and more and more. For example, Kubernetes can easily be managed. Sorry, Kubernetes can easily manage a canary deployment for your system. So Kubernetes provides you with the following benefits. The first one is services discovery and loading balance. So service discovery and loading balance, in this Kubernetes a, can expose a container using the DNS name or using their own IP address. And Kubernetes provide you with a lot of information in addition to this. That is, it does not limit the types of applications supported. Kubernetes aim to support an extremely diverse variety of workloads, including stateless, stateful, and data processing workloads. If an application can run in a container, it should run great on Kubernetes. Then we have storage orchestration. Storage orchestration, Kubernetes allows you to automatically mount a storage system of your choice, such as local storage, public cloud providers, and more. And automatic bin packaging, you provide Kubernetes with a cluster of nodes that it can use to run containerized tasks. You tell Kubernetes how much CPU and memory each container needs, so Kubernetes can fit containers onto your nodes to make the best use of your resources. And fourth, the most important is automated rollouts and rollbacks. You can describe the desired state for your deployed containers using Kubernetes, and it can change the actual state of the desired state at a controlled rate. For example, you can automate Kubernetes to create new containers for your deployment, remove existing containers and adapt all their resources to the new container. And self-healing, the fifth one, Kubernetes restarts containers that fail, replaces containers, kill containers that don't respond to your user-defined health check, and doesn't advertise them to clients until they're ready to serve. And the sixth reason to use Kubernetes is secret and configuration management. So Kubernetes lets you store and manage sensitive information such as passwords, OAuth tokens, and SSH keys. You can deploy and update secrets and application configuration without rebuilding your container images and without exposing secrets in your stack configuration. So not only this, there are more. So does it even Kubernetes provide you? It does not provide storage systems for systems as built-in services. Such components can run on Kubernetes and or can be accessed by applications running on uh, running on Kubernetes through portable mechanisms such as open service broker and Kubernetes does not dictate. So what and Kubernetes does not dictate logging, monitoring, alerting solutions. It provides some integrations as a proof of concept, that's a POC, and mechanisms to collect and export metrics. And it does not provide nor mandate a configuration a language or system. For example, JSONnet. It provides a declarative API that may be targeted by arbitrary forms of declarative specifications. And also, it does not provide nor adopt any comprehensive machine configuration, maintenance, management, or self-healing systems. Additionally, Kubernetes is not a mere orchestration system. In fact, it eliminates the need for orchestration. The technical definition of orchestration is execution of a defined workflow. First do A and then B, then C. In contrast, Kubernetes comprises a set of independent composable control processes that continuously drive the current state towards the provided desired state. It should not matter how we get from A to C. Centralized control is also not required. This results in a system that is easier to use and more powerful, robust, resilient, and extensible.